We believe at Canal Plus that second screen is really important because we want to engage viewers as they watch TV, and we want to engage them with content that only Canal Plus can provide. So, because as you know, there are a lot of second screen experiences that exist, be it in the US and the UK, and they revolve mainly around social conversation, around gaming, around quiz and games. But we are trying to provide extra content, extra material that the viewer is going to enjoy having as they watch the show in real time. Of course, that's really challenging because there is the whole real-time issue. So it means a lot of editorial involvement of the people who are running the TV shows inside the second screen application. So it takes a little while to create. But as we did with Canal Football app, which is an application that is covering all the Ligue 1 football, so soccer for American people, games in France, we have used the fact that on the game there are more than 20 cameras that record all the actions, and what we put in the application is every important action you can replay less than 5 minutes after the action happened, with all the 15 cameras or the 20 cameras angle. So for instance, you imagine a goal where people didn't really see if the ball was hitting inside or was hitting and could have gone outside. You can replay it from the camera that's behind the goal, from the camera that takes a close-up look at the goalkeeper, and you can really relive all the important action as many times as you want from as many camera angles as you want. And of course, we're the only people who can provide that because we're the broadcaster of the event, and that's very valued by the audience who really wants to see the game now with the second screen experience as much as the big screen experience. And on the app, of course, we also have a lot of very in-depth stats. We have all the social media, social conversation happening with a lot of Twitter feeds that we select. So they're the opinion leaders' Twitter feeds around the game. We also have a pronostic game where you can grade every single player inside the game and say if he was good, he has a 10, and if he was bad, he has 0. And then you can compare the grade you gave to the grades that Canal Plus experts gave, and people love doing that game. So we have more than 500,000 downloads of that application in less than a year, which is a lot, and we recently launched on iPhone, iPad, and we're going to launch on Android. And we have more than about 60,000 to 100,000 people using the app every weekend for an average viewing time that's around 60 minutes, which is 3/4 of the time of the game, which is really big. The value for us is to give increased value to our subscribers because we are a subscribers business mainly. People subscribe to Canal Plus, and the idea is that the more they watch, the longer they watch, the more they stay, and the more satisfied they are with the subscription, obviously, because if you subscribe to a product that costs you 40 euros a month and you never watch the channel, at some point you're probably gonna try to stop the subscription. But if you watch during the weekend, you watch 1-2 football games, you watch a movie, you watch a series, then you're gonna feel like, you know, it's worth your money. And if you watch on the second screen because you're like, this is the best football experience I've ever lived, because we try to provide the best sports experience with the best experts, the best image, the biggest number of cameras, the HD, and now we have the second screen with all the other information you would like to know about this game. Then you increase the stickiness, you increase the satisfaction, and hopefully you increase the satisfaction of the subscribers, and they stay more and longer. So that's really the goal. We have had a very early stage approach to that HBO Go. We have a service called Canal Touts, which is available for subscribers only, which has our 5 Canal Plus networks, live feeds that you can, or 5 channels, live feeds that you can access from tablet, mobile, or the web. It's very, the technology is very good because we have more than 7 type of streaming rate. So if you have a really great connection, you can have a really great viewing quality. We also have a system called Start Over. So that means if you arrive during the live feed on the web and you're in the middle of the movie, you can scroll back to the beginning of the movie, and you can do that 8 hours before. So you can pretty much watch the whole channel either at the time where you arrive or 8 hours before. So it's like an on-demand, but immediate on-demand inside the linear viewing. So that's a very new approach, because only a few technologies can do that, and it's a great value for the subscriber because it's an easy approach to on-demand. And then on top of that, we of course have, I think 90% of our catalog is available on demand on Canal+. And on Canalsat, which is the distributor of channel, we have more than 100 channels available live at any time on any of your devices. And we're available on Android, on iOS, on Xbox, on web, PC and Mac. And these services are now included in your subscription. So before, or in some countries, you used to have to pay to have the anywhere, anytime option. But now anyone who is subscribing to Canal can have access to all these services, and they can have it on 2 devices at a time. So you can imagine you're the dad, you're watching your football game on the main screen. You can give it a tablet to your son and you can watch his favorite animes, and your wife can watch something else on the Xbox or something. So that whole digital services on demand and live screening on all these anywhere when you're subscribing home is happening right now. And the more we see the new subscribers, the more they are using this service. So it's really, the uptake is really high. I think more and more people are subscribing through digital. So we have a website where people can go and they can explain which ISP they have, or if they don't have any, and then either we deliver them the material, or we activate the subscription really quickly. And more people are doing it through that. But in France, there are also a lot of people who are buying, subscribing to Canal+ as they buy a new TV, or they upgrade their TV, or they buy a new decoder box for the internet. So it's going on all sides really. It's more and more a digital business, but we still see a lot of new subscribers coming from the classical means of distribution. I will focus on MIPTV, which is the event that mainly handles digital issues, and I think this year MIPTV has been offering or presenting a lot of new companies that offer different type of service around social media, around second screen, around user engagement. I've met more than 15 to 20 companies yesterday, I think, who had very different type of projects, type of offering, type of services that are all very innovative around media. I mean, 5 years ago we would never have seen that much digital richness, and I think now is an interesting time where a lot of these problematics are also arriving on the main screen. A lot of people are offering production services that involve both digital and linear TV, and a new lot of type of formats. I think that's also an interesting evolution, and I think we'll see more of these type of evolutions on TV, with Twitter, with Facebook integration, with data visualization, not only on the digital screens but also on the main screen.